Hi guys, welcome to the Josh Casali Film Channel. Today I want to be reviewing episodes 1 to 3 of Peacemaker and how the show is making peace with DC's fans. See what I did there? Let's get into it.
What superhero are you?
Peacemaker.
Get out of here, motherfucker!
This is a vehicle directed by James Gunn, starring, of course, John Cena. Of course, it's coming off the back of the Suicide Squad, which was critically a huge success for Warner Bros. And I think has really pushed him into a new level. They gave James Gunn full creative freedom, and I think that's what's beautiful here. We know DC, guys, and we know how they have always been known for tampering with their creatives, right? We heard it with Superman, Man of Steel, we heard it with Batman v Superman, we heard it a lot with Justice League, we heard it with the original Suicide Squad, and I think the shifting of the tide came with the Snyder movement, with the Zack Snyder Justice League. When that movie came out, they gave him money, they gave him full creative control, and it turned out that it was amazing. Marvel's loss when they originally lost James Gunn was DC's big gain and big win. It was the perfect time, perfect person, and everything just worked out for them. James Gunn was probably pissed off. Wrote one of his best works, he was unchained, he had no studio executives interfering, and he made something incredible with the Suicide Squad. Well, of course, that carried over onto this show. So Peacemaker follows John Cena, who is a neo-Nazi, racist, homophobic, not great person. Any ick that you can think of, that's him. Any ist you can think of, that's him. And the thing is, though, he's really lovable because it's played by John Cena, who's inherently goofy. And I think he's perfect for this role. I think James Gunn found a way to take a not so good actor and possibly not a leading man. I don't think Cena is a leading man.
Oh, I am about that life. No, I will get crazy up in here. You like movies? We'll make a movie.
Oh, God.
We'll make Mama Say Knock You Out, starring my fist in your dick hole.
The subsection of Amanda Waller ends up capturing him, getting him to join their side, and it's again this thing that James Gunn does so damn well, and he's taken a group of misfits, a group of people who all have problems, and I think they're all going to use each other to get over it, and by the end, they're not going to be better people, but I think they're going to be a little bit more whole. John Cena now, he knows he's a narcissist, but he's lovable. It's almost like an Archie Bunker effect, where Archie Bunker was a lovable racist.
Well, I wish the whole world could learn that.
But this is very Archie Bunker meets The Boys, you know? And it's James Gunn, his music taste, which is incredible. You can see the trauma influences, the great humor. It prolongs, so like the Berenstein Bear joke. And these jokes pile up, right? And they keep going and going and going and going, and then they put a nice button on the scene. And I actually found that really intriguing and really impressive, and I think something like that, those little bits, is what's going to make this show an all-time classic. People are going to be talking about now Berenstein versus Berenstain Bears, even though it was the Mandela effect. People are going to be associating James Gunn with it this whole time. And I think that's really, really cool. And I think that a show like this is going to have so much cultural relevance, and we're going to be talking about it for years. It's going to be another Boys, and it could be like an Umbrella Academy, but it's going to be something that I think is going to put James Gunn and DC even more on the map than they were before. Now, of course, there's rumors that James Gunn has been handed another TV show, and I think that's a good move. I think he deserves it. I think what he's done and what DC has done here, you got to give DC credit, is DC's not held his hand at all. They've let him do whatever the hell he wants, and it's really making the fans show that they can trust DC again, right? It's really making us feel like, okay, we're in good hands. It's not going to be, hopefully, fingers crossed, it's not going to be bogged down with studio interference. We're not going to have James Gunn coming out slandering the company, telling us that that was not my movie. There's not going to be a director's cut version of the series. It's just going to be cut and dry what it is, and I think it's going to be incredible. And if DC can keep following this momentum with things like their Oscar movies like The Joker, right? the Joker, and then they have a separate universe with Batman. And that's an incredible, more of a big blockbuster, more of that Dark Knight style. But then they have these fun properties, like your Doom Patrols, and like your Peacemakers, and like your Suicide Squads. And then they could have the greater DCEU. I know there's talks that they want to erase the Snyderverse in the new Flash movie. But I think honestly, that's going to go in like a little subsection over here. But even if they discontinue that, they can still go on with Wonder Woman, they can still go on with Flash, they can still go on with all these things. But I think hopefully Peacemaker is uber successful for them, and then it'll start to make them realize that they do not have to have a stronghold over their directors. They can hire just incredible directors and do what they've done with this, where James Gunn, I know they were hoping he would do Superman, but they brought him on and they said you can have whatever property you want. And of course he chose Suicide Squad, and he plucked a team out of obscurity basically, right? We don't know these people. We didn't know Polka Dot Man, we didn't know Peacemaker, we knew Harley Quinn, but we didn't really know these people. And a lot like the Guardians of the Galaxy, they're gonna go on to be some of our favorite characters, right? And I think that strategy of taking these unknowns and people from the comics that not a lot of people know and not a lot of people resonate with from the start, right? Like, it's a lot of pressure to take a Superman and to make a good Superman movie because so many eyes are on that. So many people have had such a deep connection with Superman before. So whether it's Henry Cavill or any other past Supermans, they all are held on an upper echelon. I just think that him taking these unknown properties and turning them into gold is really something incredible. So I'm excited for his new TV show. I'm excited for new episodes coming up, the fighting style in this, the music, the cinematography, the way the characters interact with each other. It's fun, it's light, it's not heavy, right? It's not like a Batman v Superman, it's not a Man of Steel where it's heavy and it's thinky, right? It's something fun. You look at your classic anti-hero stories, like your Martin Scorsese's films.
You talking to me? You talking to me? Then who the hell else are you talking? You talking to me?
Or Francis Ford Coppola films, where a lot of them follow these anti-heroes that you're more fascinated with the story, I find, than the person, right? You're not really in love with the person, you're just fascinated with the story and the world that they live in and the characters that they interact with. What makes this so good is, like, in episode, it was either 2 or 3, you see him crying on the bed, saying, why did I kill Rick Flag? Why did I do all these things? Why am I such a horrible person? They show us his dad, who's 10 times worse, which I think was really, really, really integral in order to make John Cena even more of a likable character, right? Was to show his father and show what a piece of shit he is, what a racist he is. And it really worked for me, guys. John Cena is going to be great in this. James Gunn seems to have a knack for taking former wrestlers, whether it be Batista, whether it be John Cena, turning them into these mega comedic stars, which is fascinating. So if you guys have a pick on the next one, maybe we'll get a Stone Cold or something in the next Guardians of the Galaxy movie.
What? What did I hear you say?
I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for the series. I'm excited for DC. They got Batman coming up. I hear that this might lead to their Blue Beetle series. There's rumors that this might introduce some bigger superheroes. This is keeping the canon of the DCEU alive as well, right? There's references to Aquaman in the first half, who's still even a meme in the DC universe. Even Jason Momoa, his character, is a meme, which I find funny. There's Aquaman, there was reference to Batman. I think there was other, like Batmite, there's small references that I think is doing a good way of not ham-fisting their way into the movies, right? It's just mentioning them, this is our world, but we get to see the more grounded DCEU. We get to see the neighborhoods. We get to see those smaller missions, right? I think 2022 is going to be a huge year for both DC and Marvel as they have massive properties coming out. And I'm really excited to see where this goes. Leave a comment in the description. Tell me how you felt about it. Please, I would love to have a discussion. I would love to talk with you. I would love to meet with you. Alright guys, that's it. I've been Josh. It's been a pleasure. Thanks.